Whatever the thing is that you're trying to get better at, guys, you need to own it. Now, what do I mean by that? There's a hack that you can use that will accelerate your progression, because I was the guy that didn't own shit. I didn't own my goals. I didn't own the things I was going after. I was hiding them. I was reading this book not too long ago, No More Mr. Nice Guy, which honestly, the book doesn't fully resonate with me that much personally, but one thing I noticed in the book is this idea of owning whatever it is. Don't compartmentalize shit. Don't hide and keep the secretive thing in your life that you're trying to get good at, right? It reminded me of my younger self. That's how I know I've made a lot of progression, because the book didn't really resonate with me too much of where I'm at right now, but I saw my old self and how I used to struggle with a lot of these things as I was kind of reading the book. And it was confirmation that I've made a lot of progress, which ties into the point of this video, which is whether you're trying to get better with women, you want to start a business, you want to start a YouTube channel, you want to make an identity level change. There's something that you want to go after, but you're not fully owning it. You're not owning it. You haven't accepted that you really want to do that thing. And there's a couple different ways this bleeds through in your day-to-day. I'll explain how it was for me and what I did differently and how I just own shit now and how you could do it as well to fast track the progression. So when I first wanted to get better with social skills, women, dating, cold approach, I thought it was this sneaky, weird, creepy thing that I didn't want anybody to know that I was going through and doing that thing. I was hiding it. It was my own secret little thing, right? And that's why in this book, they say nice guys, they compartmentalize things. They keep things secretive, right? And that's not just for, cold approach, but that was me. I didn't talk to anybody about it. I was just studying this thing on the low. And I would have been embarrassed at the time if anybody even knew about it, right? And then even when I started my channel years later, I didn't tell anybody of my close friends that I started my channel. I wasn't talking about it. It was just kind of this thing I did on the low when I would go to my job, and then when I was at my job, I would edit the video and I would make the video. But I wasn't talking to my friends about, I started this channel. I wasn't posting it on Instagram. I wasn't promoting it. I was embarrassed. I was embarrassed when I first started to do cold approach. I was embarrassed when I first started my channel. And even though at one point I had the channel going and I was making money, this is like 2 years after the channel took off, I was still working my private investigator job at the time. And if people asked me what I did, I would tell them I was a private investigator. I wasn't even telling them that I was doing this thing, that I was a coach for men, that I was a dating coach, I was a pickup artist, or whatever the fuck you want to call the thing, right? I wasn't owning it. Do you get it? I wasn't speaking it out loud. I was hiding these things. And because of that, you kind of dance around the thing. It wasn't until I got a little bit further with it, I slowly got more comfortable around the idea of me being this guy that was doing this thing. I really pussyfooted my way into it, like so slowly. Really, really slow, like embarrassingly slowly. Like years we're talking about of me having conversations and slowly dropping hints into conversations and hoping that they wouldn't ask me or dodging the topics. Listen, man, if you don't talk about it out loud, if you don't say it out loud into the world and put it out into the universe, it's not really a thing then. It's a secret fucking thing. You see the difference? If you're not saying it out loud and speaking into existence, if you're not writing it down, tracking it, if you're not documenting it, if you're not measuring it on a daily and weekly basis, all of these things make it more real. They bring more awareness to the thing. If you're trying to quit something too, this is not just for anybody who wants to get better with women. If you're trying to quit something, right? Like I tried to give up weed for so long. I couldn't give it up, but I wouldn't even tell anybody I was trying to quit. I was afraid to tell my weed smoking friends that I was even trying to quit because I thought they were going to judge me and they were going to think that I would think that maybe I thought I was better than them. I was such a fucking pussy back then, bro. Such a pussy with that stuff. And so I wouldn't even speak about it. I wouldn't talk about it. I wouldn't write it down. I didn't document it. I didn't track it. And guess what happened? The goals went nowhere. I went nowhere as I continued to relapse over and over and over again. I told you guys in a couple old videos, I wanted to be a rapper at one point. I didn't talk about that shit to anybody. I didn't put my music out online. I never made a music video. I gave out a couple CDs to my super close friends after years of practicing, but I never went public with it. How could I have made it rapping? I didn't. And you know what happened? The dream died, right? So the difference between where I'm at now and the old me when I was in my 20s, because I'm 35 years old now, guys. But when I was in my 20s, I was a pussy. I was afraid of all this shit. I compartmentalized my life into the secretive different departments. And you'll never, look, you can accelerate so much faster if you just own the thing. If you're trying to give up something, declare it out loud. Put money on the line. Track it. Write it down. You want to get good at content? Let your friends know you're trying to get good at content. Let your family members know you're trying to get good at content. Track how much content you're doing on a daily and weekly basis. You're trying to get better with approaching women and dating? Track that shit. Talk to your friends about it. Nothing worse than the guy who actually wants to go out and approach, and then you go out with your group of friends and you don't even tell them that you're trying to go out and approach. And so what happens is you're out with them, because I've been this guy. I'm out with them and I kind of want to go approach, but I'm worried that they're going to judge me if I go out and try to be social. And so what ends up happening is I just stick to them and I don't talk to anybody else for the whole night. And guess what? I don't accomplish my goals, and then I end up getting pissed off at myself at the end of the night. If you own it, you will accelerate your timeline so much faster, because now the external world expects you to act that way. Now there's pressure on you to act that way. I'd much rather there's an expectation in my environment and there's pressure for me to act in alignment to my goals, versus you don't talk about it ever. You hide the fucking thing, and then it's just your unconscious, just you and your mind. There's no tracking, there's no accountability. There's no confidence around the whole thing, and you're going to give up on it at some point, or it's just going to be a really slow progression. This is a hack to fast track your life. Own the thing. Stop being scared about it. Own it. Say it out loud. Say it proudly, even if you're not good at it. Own the fact that you're not good at it. You know what? I'm trying to get good at content. My main thing right now is I suck at on camera. I suck on camera, so every day I'm gonna sit down and keep filming. Like, let me show you my last video. This shit's fucking pathetic. Let me show you this shit, dude. You gotta look at this thing. Take a look at this, bro. You see this? Shit sucks. Like, dude, that's what owning it looks like. That's you saying, yo, like, watch this, bro. Look how bad this is. I'm okay. And that's not a, you don't want to always do that. But if you're really bad at the thing and you're embarrassed to even show the thing, that's how you gotta act. You gotta own it if you're bad. But as long as you're tracking it and you're talking about it, I promise you'll get better at the thing so much faster. So much faster. And then at some point, the environment accepts that you're that thing. They expect you to do that thing. And then you'll even get good at that thing to the point where people will start coming to you for help on that thing. That's how it's done. Now look, if you want to accelerate your timeline even faster, if you want more accountability, more coaching, you want to break through your current ceiling, you're not getting enough women, enough dates, your mindset's fucked up, you're not getting success in life, I can help you with those things, man. Click the link down below. If you want to know more about my transformation, my clients, my program details, I can help you. I've struggled with this for a really long time. I've also become the guy that doesn't struggle with it anymore. If you want to be that guy too, click the link down below to work with me directly. Stop playing games, man. It's time to own this shit and go after what we really want in life. See you in the next video. Peace out. Let's go.